Welcome to day 12 of our 30 days AI automation challenge. So, today we are going to be working with images. All along we have been creating text, we have been pushing text from one node to the other. But today we want to build what you have on my screen. You want to generate a LinkedIn post, you also want to generate an image to go along with the post. And at the end of the day, you probably want to send it to your mail or you want to post it directly to LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, anywhere you want to use it. Let us open a blank n8n. I'm using the cloud as usual, and that is because some of us are having issues with Docker and it's easier working with the cloud. Okay, so here we are adding the first step. What is going to be our trigger? This one, you can start to be creative about it. It's not compulsory you use exactly what I use, but for us to be able to test it out on the fly, I want to use on form submission, meaning when a form is submitted. So that is what I want to use. When a form is submitted, and in the form, you should fill in your email, fill in the topic and the target audience. Then I want a good post using the topic and the target audience. So I want that good post to be written. In your own case, you can do on schedule and say every 8 a.m. you should go ahead and create the post. Or you want to say when a chat is received, anything can be used. But here I'm using on form submission. So what's going to be the form title? I just want to say LinkedIn post, and then the form description, you can write anything there. And what are the form elements? So let's add elements. I'm sure we are used to this now. So the first one is our email, and the label also is email. The element type is going to be email, and I want it required. The second one, like I said, is going to be the topic you want to write about. Topic, and that's going to be text. And we'll just add one more, and that will be target audience. We want the post to take into consideration the target audience and not just write for anybody. Element is text, then I want it required as well. So when I execute this now, it should bring up the form, then I should be able to fill the form. I want to fill this form and pin it so that we can use it to test whatever we are doing. Um, what are the top CEOs saying about AI automation in 2026? Maybe that's my topic. I want it for professionals and small business owners. Okay, I want them to learn from the top CEOs. So I'll submit the form. The form have been submitted, and then I'm sure we are cool with this. We have the output. So let me pin it there so that we don't refill the form every now and then for testing. So that's going to be the first node. The second node now is, what else do we want? We want a LinkedIn agent, our agent that will be, writing the post for us. So let's add an agent, AI agent. So this is our AI agent, and our agent is going to get, the prompt from the form submission. So we are changing this to define below. And what's going to be the prompt that the agent will work with is going to be topic, and the topic will be the topic here. I drag it here so that it's dynamic every time. Let me expand this so that I can easily fill it. Okay, topic, then drag topic in front here. Then I come down, target audience. It's also going to be dynamic. I pick the target audience here. So those are the two key things that my agent needs. Okay, I put that there. What else do I want to do here? You want to come down and add the system message. So the system message to, like we always do, you are writing a long thing here to tell your agent how it should work, what the agent should do, how he should do what he should do. Some of us have been saying, oh, I want you to share the system prompt with me. You know what? You can just come to ChatGPT and describe what you want and tell it that you want a system message that will do this, that will do that. Okay, and it will write it for you. Although I'll put this in the newsletter, but I'm just saying you can always write your system message using AI itself. So what do I have here? I say you are an AI agent specialized in writing professional educational and engaging LinkedIn posts. That's the overview. Objective: for every request, conduct a real-time web search using the Tavily tool. So meaning I still want to add Tavily. And then you, based on the research, generate LinkedIn post, just one, that meets the criteria below. Strong and engaging hook, and so on and so forth. So I gave it an example here. Receive a topic and target audience. Use Tavily to gather recent relevant information. Synthesize insight into a coherent point of view. Write a polished LinkedIn post with a hook, insight, attribution, hashtags, and a call to action. So that's the system prompt. This is what we control our AI agent. So that's what we have in here. Okay. And you know that for your AI agent to work, you need what? You need a chat model, and you can also add memory and different tools to it. So we want to add a chat agent. You can do it here, or you can as well close it here and come down here and add a chat model. And you and I know that we have been using that of OpenAI. But there is Open Router here. Open Router will give you opportunity of selecting different models from cloud, from Gemini, from different platforms. So you also need to just sign up on Open Router, pay in there, and then you have access to different models. But let's just keep going with our OpenAI that we've been using. I already have my account in here already. So I'm not doing anything. Just make sure your credential is here, is connected. I'm not doing anything here. And then we had it. So we added a chat model here. We also need a tool. I don't need memory because we are not chatting back and forth. We are not doing chatting and then we want it to store the previous information. No. So I just want to add a tool here. And what tool? The one that we have been using, Tavily, to help us search the web. So I'm going to go with HTTP request tool here. And remember, we will use Tavily to fill the information here. So if you haven't done this before, you go to tavily.com and sign up for free, and you will be able to land in here and create an API key by just clicking here, give it a name, and you have a key. So I already have different keys here. I'll just copy the key and use. Okay, that's what I want to do. But before I copy the key to use here, we also need to get the CURL, what we'll need to use to configure the HTTP. Like I said the last time, I don't want us to go through the stress of, deciding what to be in here and all that. So we can always copy directly from Tavily. So you go to documentation. If you click on documentation, you land there and you can go to API and SDKs and you will see the post search here. So this is, what will help you search the web. And we did this before. You come here, make sure you change it to CURL, and then you copy what you have here. You come back to the HTTP request, then you import the CURL here so that it will help you populate the parameters and you import. So it has helped us with all this, okay? But we still need to change certain things there. All right, we still need to add some things there. You need your API key that we created. So the API key will come in here. So I can go back to Tavily and copy my API key and then leave a space after BRR and then put the API key there. With that, you're fine. You can scroll down, leave what is there already, and then this is the default query inside Tavily. So let us expand this and try and see what we have in there. So it's saying who is Leo Messi. So that's the default query. But what we want Tavily to research about is what? The topic. So I drag the topic inside the double quotes. Okay. But still inside the double quotes, I want to say search the web for top um, article on. I think I already deleted my JSON. Search the web for top article on. So let me drag the topic back in there. Yes, on. Don't forget this is dynamic. All the topics that will be dropping in the form, and look at it here, it has supplied it. And I still want to continue inside the double quotes there, and I want to say this should be suitable for who? For my target audience. So I want to drag the target audience inside here. All right. So look at the results. Search the web for top article on what are the top. That's the topic I put in there, and this should be suitable for it added my target audience. So all the other things there, I want to just leave them for now. It's going to generate just one result, which is okay for me. I'm fine with one result, and we've been able to configure this. All right. So if I execute this step now, or I go back to my agent to execute it, it should be able to help us out with what we want. But there is something that we want to do here because I have mentioned Tavily in my AI agent. So let me rename this node here so that it will understand that this is my Tavily tool, and it will use everything we have here when it sees Tavily. So we've renamed this to Tavily, then I close it. So we are okay with the AI agent. If you don't forget, this AI agent will do what? Will only draft the posts for LinkedIn, not the image. Okay, only the post. What we want is the text post as well as the image to go along with the post. So which one will now help us out with the image? Let's add another agent. And this time around, this one will help us, write the prompt for our image, not to create the image itself, but we'll write the prompts that we will use to create our image. The prompt we wrote earlier gave us the LinkedIn post, but we now need a prompt for the image. All right. And we want it to use the topic, the write-up for LinkedIn to generate the image. So here, this is our AI agent. We also need to configure it and define it below. So what will be the prompt? The prompt will be what is coming in from the LinkedIn post. So what's coming from LinkedIn? Let's go back and run this so that we'll have one input we can use there. So let's execute this. It should write the LinkedIn post here for us. We will now feed the LinkedIn post in the one that will generate the prompt for the image based on the content for the LinkedIn. So we have that. Let's come back here now. The input output is there. We'll now drag that as the prompt for the image prompt generation. This agent's job is to generate the prompt for the image, and it will rely on the posts for LinkedIn so that the image will be relevant to the post, not just one random image. So we have added it as the input here. We also need to add the system message to tell it that, you know what, you are going to be drafting a prompt or prompts for images. That system message is different from that one that will be writing the post. This one that I wrote earlier, it's for writing posts, not for creating images. So I have another one here. Again, you can use ChatGPT to do this, and I can put this in the newsletter. Then I say, you are an agent responsible for writing prompts to create an image. So you're an AI agent that converts LinkedIn posts into high quality visual prompt descriptions for generating marketing graphics. These visuals are designed to accompany the post on LinkedIn. So I want to add graphics and infographics here. All right. The objective, given a task, your task is to read and understand, blah, blah, blah. So the job is to do what? Write a prompt for the image, not generate the image, but write prompt that we need for the image. So if you execute it now, it should use this and write the output here. But we have not added the chat model. Our agent should have a chat model to work with. But I don't want to keep adding chat model. So can I just drag this and connect it to the same OpenAI here? See, so I'm using this OpenAI chat for the two because that's just what I need. So let's execute it now. It should use the same chat model when drafting. See, it has written this for us, and we will use this. See the output. A sleek modern infographics with a clean professional layout divided into three sections. 40% of AI driven businesses and so on and so forth. So it has written the prompt for generating the image. The next thing will now be, how are we going to generate the image? What will help us out with the image? So we need image generation node. We need the API to help us do this. You can use that of OpenAI. You can use different that of Kling and so on and so forth. But I want to use Gemini. Want to use Nano Banana here now. So I want to drag in Google Gemini you know, Google Gemini, and here you can generate an image. Google Gemini generate an image. So I've dragged that here. For you to use Google Gemini to generate an image, you also need an API. The same way we created API for OpenAI, you also need API for Gemini. So if you go to aistudio.google.com, aistudio.google.com. You can log in and then you look for API keys. You'll see this get API key when you get to aistudio.google.com. So if you come to this get API keys, you will be able to create an API key. Same way we did that of OpenAI. You also need to add your billing account here before you can use it. See usage and billing. So it will ask you to add your card. So you add your card, your billing card, and then you will be able to, use it. So I've been using it since December. I've created some stuff, but I haven't used up to $1. So you can add your billing card. It will ask you to add your card before you can use it. Use your OpenAI knowledge, transfer the knowledge. It's the same thing. Just browse and see where to add your card, and just, it will be deducting it from your card. Unlike OpenAI, you need to mention, in OpenAI, you will add a particular fee. But Google, you just add your card, it will be deducting it directly from your card. You are not specifying the amount of money you're dropping here. So you create an API key, just give it choose a project or give it a name and create the key. Just like that, you have your Gemini key. So this is the one I created now. Yeah. So copy it, then come back to your node. So let me create new credential so that you see the process. The host is already there. You will now paste your API key, and you can save, and you can change this to any name, but let me just save it. Right. So we are almost done. Almost done. So this is um the parts that will help us generate the image, but we are yet to supply it with the prompt to be used for generating the image. But before we even supply the prompt, what model, Gemini 2 has different models. So I'll just choose Nano Banana. Okay, that's cool. Then what's going to be the prompt? The prompt will be whatever is coming in from our agent that is drafting the prompt for image. So I dragged that in here. And with that, we're done. So let's execute it. It should generate an image here, all things being equal. It should generate an image here for us using the prompt here. We should have an image here. Fine, it's done it. So we have an image here, 1.05 MB. Let me view it. Look at the image it generated for our post. We started from the post. An agent converted the post to the prompt for generating image. And Nano Banana here has converted that prompt into this image. So we have post, text post, we have image. So we can combine both and then post directly to LinkedIn or anywhere. So with this, we are done. The last node is just to say, where do we want to push the result to? So if you want to add it to LinkedIn, there is LinkedIn here. We can look at that later. There is LinkedIn here. You need to create a developer account on LinkedIn and then add your LinkedIn, and you'll be able to post directly to LinkedIn. If you want to post it to Facebook, you also have Facebook here. You had the Graph API, then you'll be able to post directly to Facebook. If you want to do it to Instagram too, you've got Instagram there. You can say that's where you want to post it to. Or if you want to be sending it to your Google Drive, you can add it there. So we don't have to be rigid and do just what I'm doing. But because I don't want to post this to my LinkedIn, I just want to send myself a mail so that I'll test out. I want to see the text and the image in my mail. So let me add email. And this is an opportunity for you to also see how to configure your mail to accept or to send with attachments. This time around, the image will go as an attachment. So we are sending a message and you had your Gmail account. I've done that before. We have done that. Just create your credential if you haven't done that and then sign into your Gmail. So here we are sending a message to, I will just put my default email here because I want to be the one to be receiving it. Then the subject, your posts, for today, and then the email, I leave it at HTML. And what's going to be the message, the content in the message? The content, I want to come to my input here because we are only seeing the input from the image. But if you click here, you will see all other inputs. So I want the inputs from the posts. I want the one that will address the posts. So this is for prompt for image. This is not what I want. I want the post itself, the text. So I drag it inside the message as the message that should be sent out. Okay, it should be dynamic. The text generated. So how do we add the image? Add an option, then choose attachments. So we've added attachment. So click on attachment again, and attachment field name is data. Why is it data? If you come here and say we're dealing with the image is our data. So it is data. If you go back and check, let me go back to the image, generate an image, look at it here. It's data. So that's why we have data here. So if I execute this now, it should send it to my mail. It has done it. It has sent it to my mail. So let me go to my mail and then show you what we have in my mail. Okay, I don't have my mail here. So let me just sign into my mail here. What am I even writing? Let me go to my mail now and see me. And then I click on it. Look at it. See the post. Top stress CEOs in 2026 are unanimously clear. AI automation is not just a tech trend, it's a game changer, blah, 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 blah. And then look at the image. the image came with it. So I can just take this image and add it to my post and we are fine. I think I'll even post this morning on LinkedIn. So I'll just take the image as well as the post, fine tune the post, and we're fine. So this is the work for today. We've seen how to work with image generation. We're still going to see how to work with video generation. So you can create a workflow to help you handle images as well too. So let's try this out. Let's talk about it. Let's keep engaging. The quiz for this week is still on. Keep practicing. Don't forget, if you want to use this outside there, you publish it and you come to on form submission and change to the production URL and make sure your OpenAI key is the one you created yourself, not the free version. So see you again tomorrow.